What was that?
But who's going to go down?
Tottenham.
You sure about that?
I think Spurs are going down.
Yes, I don't really see the character within the team.
You sure about that?
I think that is Tottenham relegated from the Premier League.
You sure about that?
There's 4 games to go. It's going to be us or West Ham. And you know what? Bring it on. We are Tottenham Hotspur and we ain't going anywhere. Roberto De Zerbi said this after the Brighton game.
And it's not finished yet. We have another 5 games. It's tough. Every one of us knows it's a tough moment, it's a difficult situation, but we have another 5 games, 50 points, and this team is able to win 5 games in a row.
Well, it's 1 down, 4 to go. And you know the way I look at it is this. We ain't getting relegated with 46 points on the board. There's 12 points still to play for and we can win every single one of them games. I believe in this manager. I believe in this team. I believe in these players. I said recently in a reply to a comment on one of my videos that I believe this team will get incrementally better game by game because I believe in De Zerbi. And you know what? We're seeing improvements all over the pitch. More organisation, better performances from Porro, from Gallagher. Bentancur's been brilliant since he came back from injury. Van de Ven and Danzo look like a solid partnership at the back. People that watch this channel will know that I've never bought into the narrative and never bought into the argument that these players are not fighting for the shirt. They are fighting, but they were sent out like lambs to the slaughter by 2 incompetent managers, Igor Tudor and Thomas Frank. And when you've got no plan and no hope, it's easy for your heads to drop. We've got a proper manager now. You can see the improvements game by game all over the pitch. And you know what? We're fighting. We are fighting to stay in this league. We've now had 3 games with Roberto De Zerbi and we've acquired 4 points and only conceded 3 goals. Under Igor Tudor, we got 1 point from 5 games and conceded 13 goals. In Thomas Frank's last 3 games, we got 0 points and conceded 7 goals, including that 2-1 loss to West Ham when they were basically dead and buried. We go to Villa next, and make no mistake, that is going to be an incredibly tough game. They've got a massive game against Forest in midweek in the Europa League. And sometimes European football, especially the Thursday nights, can affect teams' performances in the Premier League the following weekend. But have a look at this. You can see here that after the Europa League games, 11 fixtures, they've won nearly every single one of them, with only a loss against Brentford and a draw against Man United. But Fulham showed today that with good organisation and with determination, they can be beaten. In terms of the game today, I thought we started really well. We were kind of bright, we were aggressive, we were on the front foot without offering too much of a consistent threat, but it was good enough. And like I mentioned just a minute ago, we looked well organised, we looked well drilled, there were patterns of play. And you can see it in the half-time stats here, pretty much total domination. Wolves are one of those arsehole teams that just stick 11 men behind the ball, and you've seen recently that we struggle with that, especially in the Sunderland game. And just quickly before I go on, it would massively help my channel if you dropped a like on the video or left a comment, or even thought about subscribing. Thank you. Losing Dom Solanke to what looks like a hamstring injury at the end of the first half was a bit of a blow, but if I'm being honest, I don't think he's performed particularly well since De Zerbi come in, and he's looked off it for quite a few weeks now. And so I don't think it's as huge a loss as people are making it out to be. Now, I'm not going to lie, the second half was a bit sketchy. You could see that the anxiety was getting to the players. They knew they needed a win from this game. Things started becoming rushed. Things they were doing well, the composure in the first half started to disappear and Wolves came back into the game and it became a bit of a basketball match. And then losing Xavi to what looks like a knee injury in the 60th minute was a massive blow. You know, it stopped the game for 3 or 4 minutes. The entire team was crowding around him. And obviously, he's been like the inspiration in the last couple of games. And so for the team to see that and for the score still to be 0-0, it was obviously filtering through from the crowd that West Ham were winning as well. You know, in previous weeks, I think we would have just wilted. We probably would have come out of a draw of this game and maybe even lost it. But this is why I'm so encouraged from what I'm seeing from this team. We didn't give up. We kept fighting. We kept battling. We kept running. We forced the odd chance. Rodrigo Bentancur forced a really good save from Jose Sarr from a corner. And at that point, when that didn't go in, I was starting to think it was going to be one of those days. But like I've mentioned on this channel before, games in the Premier League are decided by fine margins. And that moment came when Matisse Tell miscontrolled a long pass out to him and the ball was running out for a goal kick. The defender was in front of him, trying to shepherd the ball out for a goal kick. And you know what? At that moment, our fortunes changed. Rather than just sulk, rather than throw his arms up in the air, Tell battled to get the ball back, got round the wrong side of the defender, kept the ball in, and indirectly that led to the corner, which led to João Palhinha's goal. And when that goal went in, my God, I celebrated like we'd won the World Cup, the Champions League and the Premier League all in one moment. I mentioned on my video last week for the Brighton game that when we went 2-1 up, our game management was really poor. We should have hit it into corners, run into corners, bought cheap fouls. And you know what? Today, we done it. The boys are learning. De Zerbi's influence is rubbing off on them. He obviously identified that and said to them, boys, what the fuck are you doing? You're 2-1 up, there's 10 minutes to go. Go down, hold your face, kick the ball to the corner, waste time, kill time. And you know what? They done it today. We killed a lot of time playing into corners, hoofing it clear, going down with cheap fouls. It's exactly what we need to do. It's a dogfight down there. Before I finish up, just another word for Antonin Kinski. This guy is a real example to any young player out there how to come back from adversity. I didn't think we'd ever see this boy again after what happened to him at Atletico Madrid. And you know what? He's been absolutely imperious the last 3 games. A brilliant save in the last minute from a free kick to keep the score at 1-0. Brilliant handling, brilliant with the ball at his feet. When Danzo and Van der Ven had a bit of a mix-up earlier, he came out, analysed and read the situation and made a good clearance. He's been absolutely superb, the boy. And you know what? The manager recognises it too.
He played very well today, especially today. He was crucial for the result. He deserves everything because he's a good guy, he's a good goalkeeper, and especially after Madrid, he deserves one day like today.
And so, 4 games to go. We go to Villa. We can do it. We are Tottenham Hotspur. Come on, you Spurs. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching.